Greetings, this is Sister Rebecca, aka Holly Hood, and today's presentation is Secrets of the Illuminati, Part 2, The Money Changers. This is one that you don't want to miss. Thank you, and God bless you. What you're about to learn will be difficult to acknowledge. What you know about the economy is inconsistent with reality. Your assets are at risk of forfeiture. Your money is not your own. You are burdened by bureaucratic intrusions, regulations, and scrutiny. You are taxed and levied like a serf in the Middle Ages. You are numbered, registered, and watched. You are told what you can and cannot do. Your ability to travel is very limited. Your income potential is capped off. You are a slave of the system. You may think that you are free, but you are most certainly an economic slave. You are a slave of the system. This is not something that just happened. This is taking place in real time. This is an
Searching around the internet today, it seems the Illuminati has been labeled as a group of privileged individuals who secretly plot to collectively rule over the masses. From the Bilderberg Group to Kanye West to Benjamin Franklin, along with whisperings of the Skull and Bones Society. These Illuminati are rumored to come from an ancient alien race who took hold in early Egypt and dubbed themselves the gods of fate over mankind. Since this time in history, the aliens have become the head of all tables. They are the ultimate concept of Big Brother as it manifests in the collective unconscious. Many archetypes fit the role of this so-called Illuminati. To name a few: Men in Black, Remote Viewers, Masons, Golden Dawn, Rosicrucians, Scientologists, Aliens, Reptilians, Politicians, Bankers, the Wealthy, Hitmen, the Devil, the Shadow in the Corner, your neighbor, and your dog. Seriously. Pick your trendy scapegoat. In the Dark Ages, it was all about Satan. In Salem, it was the witches. In the 70s, it was all about Satan again, but this time his minions, the Satanists. And now, a small reprise of the 1950s when we went alien crazy. Aliens have seemed to be the final frontier of the human psyche. When one's consciousness has gone beyond the forms of secular religion, the mind delves deeper into alien territory. Thus, the symbology of alien.
Thank you.
Alien is the unknown, the mystery, the secret hidden within the riddle. Alien is unfamiliar. The human psyche has natural defenses that engage when a threat or unknown is present. Our natural defense system engages the reptilian or alien part of the brain. This is the fight-flight response. Understand, fight or flight also causes the presence of fear, defense, protection. As we explore the alien or reptilian part of the mind, we are learning about fear. What causes it? What makes us afraid? And eventually, how to understand ourselves on such a deep
Truth in the Bible, the deceitfulness of riches. Many people are tricked into thinking money will save them. This will expose the lies behind the film, The Secret. Now, you're going to see before you several quotes that come from this film, and these are mantras that they ask people to chant in order to bring them wealth. It is a form of demonic uh, channeling where you are not asking God to increase your wealth so that you can be a productive member of in his service and do for others. No man can serve two masters. You can't serve both God and money. So if you've got money on your mind and your mind on money all day every day, then you're not thinking of the Lord and godly things. You're thinking of how you can become wealthy for yourself. If you tell a lie so long, eventually you're going to believe it. So in this film, they have a section called Visualize the Secret. And it starts off, it uses excellent cinematography, I must say. And then it puts these little mantras in between what you're looking at, which is, I guess, to represent the world being yours. And then, of course, here comes the spear of the world to, in case you didn't get it the first time. Okay, so you're supposed to tell yourself everything that you touch turns to gold. And obviously, that's not the case, but they show a guy touching a statue and it turns to gold. So this is, again, lies of the enemy telling you that if you wish for these things, not if you pray for them, but if you wish for them. And then it even uses a demonic genie from a lamp, which is going to come up eventually. It shows money being printed, which is a lie from the pit of hell, considering that we're entering into a cashless society. You have people, dreaming of waking up with a check in the mail, hitting the lotto, and all of these things that have been put on this earth to actually generate more money, but not for us, not for the poor people. Very rarely do you hear of someone who is dirt poor that has hit the lottery. It has happened, but not often enough for me. So you more so hear about people who already have, and they're excessive in their spending, and they're selfish. And all they want once they have is they want more. Now here comes the part where he rubs this lamp and this demonic spirit comes out of the lamp, and this is supposedly what granted his wish. Now I personally wouldn't want to get wishes granted from something that came out of a dirty lamp. It just, the whole wish concept is demonic in principle. And this actually has an iota of truth, that if I believe, but it should be if I have faith, because faith is the substance of things hoped for. And so that part is true. But now I'm going to debunk why all of this, what does the Bible teach? That's what we want to focus on. Beware that thou forget not the Lord thy God, and not keeping his commandments and his judgments and his statutes, which I command thee this day. Okay, lest thou hast eaten and art full, and hast built godly houses and dwelt therein. And when thy herds and thy flocks multiply, and thy silver and thy gold is multiplied, all that thou hast shall multiply. Then thine heart be lifted up, and thou forget the Lord, which hath brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt, and from the house of bondage. And thou shalt say in thy heart, my power and the might of mine hath gotten me this wealth. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth the power to get wealth. And he established his covenant, and he sware unto their fathers, as it is this day. And it shall be, if thou do aught forget the Lord thy God, and walk under other gods, and serve them and worship them, I testify you this day that you shall perish. As nations which the Lord destroyeth before your face, so shall ye perish, because you would not be obedient unto the voice of the Lord your God. According to their pastures, so were they filled. They were filled, and their heart was exalted. Therefore have they forgotten me. That's the Lord speaking. Whose end is destruction, whose God is their belly, and whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. Now here I'm going to show you some possible scenarios. Just stay with me a moment. What you're seeing on the right here, on the left of your screen, actually, are FEMA coffins, which are waiting for the eventuality when the people who will not accept the RFID chip, they will not be able to buy nor sell, and most of them will be killed. Most of us will die for refusing to accept that chip. And so, this was spoken about in the Word. As you can see, I'm putting up some scriptures. Focus on the location of the scriptures, which is Deuteronomy and uh, a few other scriptures that will speak life. Christians stand in the gap for the land, and the decree goes forth in accordance with 2 Chronicles 23-4, Esther 4, Joel 2, 12, 18, and there's one more that I missed, but if you rewind, you can go back and catch that one. America, you must repent in the dust. Therefore, he said that he would destroy them, not Moses has chosen, stood before him in the breach to turn away. And you can go back and catch the rest of that one. The whole point is, people, that there is hope and there is salvation, but we must repent and we must not accept the mark of the beast. That's the whole idea behind me fundraising, so that I can make a storehouse so those who don't accept the mark of the beast will still be able to eat. It is not a game, people. Please believe. Please believe. Revelations talk.